Yo, it's the Ghetto Linguist, and I'm coming at you. And today is week 12. Week 12 of studying Thai. And I've made major progress. But there's something that I've been thinking about talking about, and I guess this week is a good time to talk about it. It's as good as any other week. And that is, like, when should you be studying tones? Or in general, like, what order should you be studying things when you're studying a language? And there's a lot of, like, when you look at books and stuff, they have a lot of these structures about what you have to follow. Like, first you study this, then you study that, then you study blah, blah, blah. And that's how a lot of books do, and they kind of direct you on what you need to be studying in what order. But I've never followed those books. I've never been one to say, okay, let me start with doing the introduction and stuff. I've always been like, let me hop right in. Which takes me to what I want to talk about today, and that's mostly dealing with tones and, like, when should you start studying tones and all that good stuff. Now, a lot of people recognize that these tonal languages, tones is a big thing. You got to get into it and start studying it early. But, you know, I beg to differ. With Vietnamese, I hopped right in with tones. That was one of the first things I started studying. But with Thai, that's just not the case. I didn't spend a lot of time studying Thai tones. And I only just this week started really looking at Thai tones, you know, looking at it in a kind of a systematic fashion. Up to now, you know, I've looked at just a little bit and I've asked a few questions about it, you know, just to know some basics, like how many tones are there. But I haven't really been seriously, like, trying to figure out, well, what tone is this word using? What tone is that word using? Until this week, which, you know, just got me to thinking about a lot of interesting things. And one of those being the reality that I'm finding out that Thai people are not as aware about the tones that they're using as, like, Vietnamese people. Vietnamese people, in the Vietnamese language, they're, like, hyper aware of which tones they're using. But in Thai, they're kind of, maybe we're using this tone, maybe we're using that tone. They have to try to, we're using, let's see, it sounds like 1, 2, 3. You know, and, you know, they Vietnamese people, if you say, what tone are you using? They just, boom, that tone. Easy. So yeah, I don't think it's, like, all that super important to hop right in and just study tones. I don't think that's important. I think the most important thing is to get out there and study and read. And that's what I've been doing. But this week I took it to the next level. I've really stepped up my reading. I've stepped up my ability to just speak in general. You know, now I'm able to talk about when blah, 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 before blah, 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 after blah, blah, blah. I'm talking to people, my coworkers at school who don't speak English. I'm talking to them regularly now. My Thai is really stepping up, and now I'm consciously studying tones, and that's where I'm at. So I'm on week 12 right now, I believe. The video will have the correct week titled on it. I'm on week 12 right now. And listen, if you're following along with me on this journey, check yourself. See where you're at. See where you're at in your language and see how you're looking. You know, I'm no longer, like, some super beginner at Thai. It would be unfair for me to say that. I think I'm still in the category of beginner. My fluency is still trash. Like, if you listen to me speak, you just think, oh, this guy doesn't know anything about Thai. But the reality is, at this point, you know, of course I'm still a beginner, but I'm really starting to make those steps to really plant myself down into a solid beginner at communication and start looking into things I can do to make myself intermediate. Now, I'm not at intermediate yet, but I'm at a point to where I can, you know, I'm really grasping the language, and it's a good place to be. So, point for today. If you are just starting and you're looking at me on week 12, I believe that's the week this is. If you are and you're wondering where to begin, the best thing is just to hop into it. This idea of I have to begin here, or this idea of I have to follow the book. The book says first study this, then study that, then study that. It's all trash. It's all lies. Which brings me to my next thing. I'm doing another, like, series kind of thing called It's All Lies, where I just tell you all the lies of different things revolving around languages or traveling and stuff like that, where I tell you all the lies. So do be looking out for that. I don't know the order that my videos get put on YouTube, but I'm definitely working on that series now, and I think it'll be pretty fun for y'all. Anyways, that's the video for today. Nice and short. Someone's working on something across the street. But anyways, I'll see you in the future. Peace. tried to slay a dragon, then sit and watch it happen. I'm on another level, man, I'm spilling out the ghetto. What's a couple quotes if no one know you said them? Slay a couple dragons, but no one know you did it. You don't owe me shit except a little credit.